Hello, and welcome to the Buena Vista Project, a podcast about Mexican American history, politics, cultura, y más, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas, the Mexican American capital of the United States. I'm your co-host, Elaine Ayala.
And I'm your co-host, Michael Quintanilla. And with us today is Patricia Jimenez, San Antonio's faithful daughter. Her late father, Raul Jimenez, a successful San Antonio restaurateur, founded the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner almost 5 decades ago. But since his death, it's Patricia that's keeping the annual tradition alive.
Thanks for joining us, Patricia, especially as we're just a few weeks away from that big day at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention
Really
Center.
big day.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Michael and I sometimes begin our podcast with a little game of this or that.
Oh,
Okay, so let's start. And it's basic.
okay.
Turkey or ham?
Turkey.
I'll agree with you. I think that's
Yes.
the turkey's the star of the day.
Okay.
Yes.
How about mashed potatoes or sweet mashed potatoes?
Oh. Well, on Thanksgiving, I would say mashed potatoes, but throughout the whole year, I do like sweet potatoes.
Me too.
Oh, me too.
I will bake a sweet potato.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a tough one. Brown gravy or cream gravy?
That's hard because I like certain gravies with certain foods. But like if I had chicken fried steak, white gravy.
Of course.
Yes.
But
Cream
with
gravy.
Turkey, the brown gravy.
Brown
Yeah.
gravy. Okay. How about a fashion, this or that? Sweatpants, because elastic, or buttoned up jeans?
Oh, sweatpants.
all right, you're our kind of girl. Okay, this one's personal for me. Cranberry sauce out of a can or some bullshit homemade cranberry thing?
Honestly, I am not a big cook. I usually get it out of the can, and I'm perfectly happy with it.
Amen. And I like that. I like that sound that thing makes, that glob makes out of the can,
That mushy
and
pop
then
sound.
just slice it like a good
Yes.
human being.
Yes.
I like the
Okay.
homemade stuff. I like to buy those hard cranberries and over the
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
But anyway,
You're,
so
you're so precious.
I just thank you. I am precious. Thank
Yeah,
you.
uh-huh.
Okay, before we move on, we must talk about one of the most controversial Thanksgiving dishes.
Okay.
Dressing or stuffing, what do you call it? And what's in your favorite version of this must-have side dish?
Well, I usually refer to it as dressing.
Okay.
And the only Thanksgiving dinner I really know is the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving
Oh
dinner.
my God, you poor thing. Okay.
You grew up with it?
Yes. So unless I buy it somewhere else outside of Thanksgiving, I just eat what they have there. And there's, just your regular celery and
But is it cornbread stuffing?
yes,
The
cornbread
best.
stuff.
Okay,
cornbread
very good.
stuff.
Okay.
The best. That's what I grew up with.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for playing along, Patricia. You're a sport.
Oh no, you are very creative with your questions.
The Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner is in its 46th year, and the number of those who knew its founder is dwindling in San Antonio. Remind
Yes.
us about your dad, his role in the Mexican American community, and his business.
Oh yes, absolutely. My mom and dad were originally from Dallas, and they were young. They were in their early 20s. They were newlyweds, and they made their way to San Antonio because my father had told his dad that there were a lot of opportunities, probably more than in Dallas, for Hispanics and Mexican Americans. And
Because we're the Mexican American capital of the United
yes,
States.
Yep.
I like that. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. It's totally different from other cities and very unique, and we're blessed to be here. And so when he came, he and my mom, they actually decided to make chorizo. And so together, being newlyweds and all, they just had each other. They
They
started
made it from scratch.
and they would make it at night, and then my dad would go and drum up orders. And in those days, you had a lot of mom and pop still, so it wasn't
Yes.
as difficult to have to make an appointment. You could just walk in and say, and usually there
Hey, I'm selling chorizo. You want
Yes.
some?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
How many pounds?
that's how it all started.
get his chorizo.
See,
Yes.
yes, absolutely. And so my dad started with Mom. As a matter of fact, my brother was born a year later, and they always told the story that my dad wasn't there when she delivered because he had to go and collect from the different mom and pops just to pay the hospital bill.
He was in the chorizo business.
Yes,
He had to
yes.
go
Yeah,
collect.
it was just them. They didn't have workers that could take their place or anything.
So
like
what
that.
year are we talking about then?
They moved here in 1953, and that's when they
Okay.
started their business.
Wow.
So fast forwarding to 1979, it was established, very well established. I don't know, for those of you that might have bought tamales in years past, he not only manufactured chorizo, it was tamales, chips, and hot sauce. And so by 1979, he was very well established. And so he and my mom, my dad was the one that said, I want to do something to give back to the community. And he had always had a wonderful relationship with his grandma. She kind of like supported him when he got in trouble. So she advocated for him when his dad was, getting after him. So he really was very fond of her, and she lived with them. And he understood the struggles that seniors go through, when they are less mobile and don't have the income, and they all took care of his grandmother. So,
But there were a lot of viejitos by themselves.
oh yes, there's so many even now that yes.
Yeah.
So I guess he realized that his grandmother was fortunate to have them, but that there's so many that are alone. And so he said, I want to do something to give back to seniors. And I realized that there are so many seniors who, like you mentioned, are alone and don't have the income to have their own dinner. And I think that nobody should be alone, and everyone should have the opportunity to enjoy a nice Thanksgiving dinner. And what a more appropriate time than Thanksgiving to celebrate and do something for these senior citizens. So the first year, because it was just starting, he didn't have a lot of volunteers in place. So he recruited his friends, and with the help of the city of San Antonio, they had it at the convention center, obviously a much smaller space.
Wow. The first year was at the convention center.
All 46 years, yes. Wow. And so his friends were doubting him and said, well, I don't really think people will come. We'll help you, but we don't think they'll come because we feel like they'll be busy with their families. And he said, no, it was important that it be on the actual holiday. And so he said, you see, and he said, well, how are they going to get here? And he said, well, at that time he was a businessman, so he paid for transportation and worked with the senior centers to bring in seniors to experience it. And I believe the first year it was either between 100 and 200 seniors that were fed.
And now?
And that's how it started. Oh yeah, now fast forwarding to 2025, we initially prepare enough meals for 25,000, but as you well know, there's a great need, and so
especially now.
Yes, right now
that the federal SNAP benefits have been cut.
There have been cutbacks. There's an increase in prices at the grocery store, and everything is more expensive. So we're preparing even more meals just to be ready, and we want to make sure that nobody goes without, and that we're here. We also offer free bus rides for those that might want to jump on a Via bus. It'll take you right straight to the door, and it'll give you a free ride back home. And also, for those that cannot make it, we do offer homebound meal delivery as well, but that is probably secondary to the main event, but we still do a lot. Last year, we sent out 4,317 meals.
To homes.
Yes, now we already are going to exceed that by several hundred. And we're still, we still have some ways to go. So we're wanting to make sure that we help as many people as possible.
You said 25,000?
Meals are prepared, yes.
We prepared this Thanksgiving Day.
Yes. Oh, well, actually, that was last year. This year, we're adding an additional 4,000.
Wow. So 29,000. And can you tell us about the free bus rides? Do you have to register for that? Do you get a show something?
No, you don't have to register. You don't have to have a voucher or a pass. You just jump on the Via Bus, the right Via
So
Bus, of
wonderful.
course. The correct one, of course.
Will it say Jimenez Thanksgiving or something?
Well, no, they'll just have to find out what route, like the bus number that goes
Oh,
to the
okay.
convention
They
center.
still have to figure out. They probably know.
Yes, yes. They just have to make sure they take the bus that's heading in the right direction.
Uh-huh.
But it's to and from, it's complimentary, and that includes Via Trans and Via Link.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've talked about seeing the need, especially as Elaine pointed out, the recent cuts,
Yes.
the federal cuts with the SNAP program or food assistance, and we are seeing that with, especially with seniors and special needs community. Speaking of community, there's also the need for community, people coming together. You mentioned loneliness, right?
Yes.
During the holidays, and this is the big kickoff for it. So, especially on what can be, as we move into the holiday season, a lonely season. Can you speak to that a little bit more?
Oh, yes. We are known as the Feast of the Heart because we have a community table where everyone is welcome. And we have story upon story where people come and say that they felt so grateful and that they felt wonderful to not feel rejected and that they felt that sense of belonging. It's very important. Solitude can be just as bad as overconsumption of alcohol to the mind and body. So, yes, we want to make sure that if people are already having a hard time, that they don't feel like they're alone.
Do you hear stories of people making friends there and following up or falling in love or whatever?
Oh my
Ever had a wedding there?
Well, we've never had one. You never know, right? But we do have one couple, Phil and Pat Gonzalez. She was here working, but she was from another state, and she was kind of losing hope that she wasn't really finding her way here. And so she said, well, while I'm here for the holiday, I'm going to go volunteer at the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner. And lo and behold, while she was volunteering, she met this man, Phil, and they started to have a conversation, just very harmless, non-threatening or anything. And so then they said, well, they were in the parking lot and they decided to continue the conversation. They realized they had a lot in common. So even though they took it slow, the next week they went and, got to meet each other for dinner. And the rest is history.
Really?
Yeah, and they not only got married, but they've been
So
married.
now,
They got
we
married.
always hear of stories during Fiesta where people
Yes.
fall in love or whatever. And now we can point to one in the Jimenez Thanksgiving
Yes,
dinner.
Yes, and they still come and help.
Oh, how
Sweet.
They're an
beautiful.
amazing couple. They're really a giving couple, and they've seen us grow, and we've seen them in their marriage flourish, and
Wow.
That's
it's beautiful. And we have a lot of other stories. Maybe not all marriage related, but all kinds of wonderful
great.
stories. I could be here all day.
Well, the Jimenez Thanksgiving Day meal, the new speed dating.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. So, Patricia, how do you prepare for such a massive meal? What's going on right now, like this moment, sitting here? What's going on behind the scenes at your compound or wherever this is happening at Turkey headquarters, as we call it?
Yes. Well, I want to say thank you to the community first and foremost, because this would not be possible without their support. So we've recruited all the volunteers that we need.
How many volunteers do you have?
A total of 3,500.
Could you still use more on the day of?
Well, right now it looks like we have a wait list, but people that are on the wait list,
Oh,
if they're
wait list to volunteer?
Yes.
It doesn't set that. Is that so beautiful?
That's it. It's great.
Yes, it is beautiful. Because a lot of times people would think, oh, well, they won't volunteer because it's Thanksgiving and they're busy. But we have made this is now a San Antonio tradition. So what happens is people that used to volunteer that were my dad's age, they introduced it to their daughter or son, who introduced it to their children. And so now we have volunteers that have 3 generations taking part, and they've adopted this as their Thanksgiving tradition as
How
well.
beautiful. That's wonderful.
So
It's a day-long event. What time does it start?
the doors open at 9, but we start at 10 o'clock, and we serve all the way up until 3:30.
Okay.
And then we have music and entertainment from 11 to 3:30.
That's wonderful.
Okay. Dancing?
Yes, dancing, music. Patsy Torres comes and performs.
We love Patsy.
And then I know y'all know a DJ Bling Leader.
Oh, yes.
She'll be
Cindy.
there too.
Cindy
Yes,
Segura?
Yes, Cindy, she's wonderful.
Uh-huh.
And of course, we have a band playing also. This year, I don't remember the name of the band, please forgive me, but we've had a lot of wonderful musicians that also give up their Thanksgiving and have made it their tradition. So we're very blessed. And for the second year in a row, we have Kim's Kids Corner, the Kim Repair Foundation.
Yes.
Oh, yes, of
They
course.
have actually made it possible for us to have a kids zone. So we'll have Santa there, the Grinch, Bluey, face
Oh.
painting, arts and crafts, and all kinds of wonderful games.
That's so cute. I love Bluey.
Yes. Oh, I know. He's my nephew's favorite. And that's exactly how we ended up getting inviting Bluey, because my nephew loves him so much. And we thought, well, he must be super popular. And he definitely
is.
was.
Yes, yes.
You told us a little bit about your father,
Mhm.
although you could tell us more if you wanted to. But we wonder what the future of the Thanksgiving dinner looks like. You've been running it for some time now, and there must be other Jimenez family members involved.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're wondering if there's a successor in the wings.
Yes.
Who are you training?
Well, actually, my brother's kids, I have Jessica Jimenez, his firstborn, Raul Jimenez III.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's good to know. There's a
And-
Raul Jimenez the third.
Yes, and Art Jimenez, and they all take part. So I think when the time comes, because they grew up together as siblings, they'll all come together in their generation to, one will handle one thing, one will handle the other thing. They all have gifts that
Mhm.
I would say, they are experts at, but they also work very good together. They're very close. And so I wouldn't say one person necessarily would be the head, but I don't know. When the time comes, we will make sure
Well,
to
okay,
hash out
so
all
how
the
long have
details.
you been running the show?
Since 1998, when my dad passed away, so 27 years.
And so how long do you think you'll remain at the head?
I don't know yet. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
How many more turkeys can you serve?
Oh God, we've all forgot, but one thing we wanted you to tell us about is, the square footage, like really not the square footage, the pounds of
Oh,
everything.
the pounds
like,
of
do
this
you,
and that.
But
Yeah.
I'm always fascinated by that story in the paper, and it always says, Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner.
The
served
stats.
Yeah.
Yes, over 9,000 pounds of turkey for 25,000, but we're adding more turkeys, an additional 4,000 worth of servings. So I have to do the math on that. We just met with the chefs, and they were calculating all the increase in food.
How many turkeys does that equal? The pounds? would you
Well,
say?
it depends
You could
on
count
it.
turkeys.
It's an estimate, because some turkeys are 16 pounds, some are 20.
Okay.
But I mean,
It's the square footage of the turkey there.
yes,
imagine.
but on average, it could be 550, 600. And this year, I think we're upping the number.
Has there been a shortage
Wow.
of turkeys? Have you had any problem locating turkeys?
Well, fortunately, we have the arcade group. They actually spearhead and supervise all of the work of the volunteers, because when you have that much food prep, it's important to ensure that you have professionals. So we're very grateful to them. And with that, to your question, they have a great relationship with Benny Keith, and so those were secured for us way in advance.
Okay.
So even during the pandemic, and even during another shortage that happened several years ago, we always had what we needed, thanks to the wonderful partnerships that we
Yeah,
have.
because I had been hearing out there from some of my, the waffles are a little
Yes.
hard to, or the big ones are harder to find. But okay, tell us some stats about potatoes, stuffing. I don't know.
It's over 6,000 pounds of green beans, and that's for 25,000. I'll need to update those numbers, but we're still number crunching.
Okay.
And the same with yams. And we have, it seems like a low number, but it works, 650 pounds of gravy. And I think dressing
You
is
can
like
drown in
close
it.
to 3,000.
Go swimming in that.
Yes. And then, of course, pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
He does not like it.
Oh, no.
But
Pecan
I
pie?
could eat the whole pumpkin
Yes. Yes, I love pumpkin pie too.
pie.
And you know that it's Thanksgiving when you start to see the signs. Buy your pumpkin pie.
Oh yes,
here.
yeah, that's right. Well, there's so much to be thankful for
Yes.
every year,
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
and I know that if we could, San Antonio would send you the biggest thank you card, to not only mention your father and his good works, your mother, his mother and grandmother, but now you and these young third generation Jimenezes. Praise God for them.
Yes, amen. And also, they have kids too.
Oh,
So-
the fourth generation.
Yes, the
and
fourth
are they out there working too?
Oh, yes. The oldest of the group is 17. Her name is Ava. And then we have Noah. He is going to be 16 soon in February. And Sienna's next. She's 12. And then we have little one, like babies. My nephew Arturo, he has a 3-year-old and a newborn. Well, not super newborn, but under a year old. And then so my other nephew has a daughter that's 16 months.
So you
And
got to
he's
start
expecting,
training.
He's expecting another one
Okay.
soon.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
we can all bank on generations
Yes.
of Jimenezes out there.
Yes.
So
and of course,
thank
it's not just us. You know, it involves a lot of wonderful, beautiful people in the community
Yes.
that are full of love and kindness. And like my mom used to say, our volunteers are very faithful. They come in the rain. They work till it's dark. They come early in the morning.
Yes.
You know, anything that we need, they're always there. So we're very grateful.
Yes. Well, Patricia, in closing, and in this season of Thanksgiving, what are you most thankful for?
Well, I know this may sound cliche, but I'm grateful for everyone who has put forth effort in continuing this wonderful legacy that my father started, first and foremost. And then secondly, things that money can't buy, such as your health, such as your friends and your family. So, yeah, it's
Thank
hard
you.
to list just one.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Patricia. I'm looking forward to volunteering this year.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and
both of you are invited. Please
yeah,
come.
well, I think
Well-
Elaine will be cooking cornbread,
Stuffing.
stuffing, not dressing, stuffing.
Or that's what we call it, even though we don't stuff it in the turkey, we've always called it stuffing. And I make it from scratch, and I'm very
wow.
particular.
Wow.
No
that's
oysters in it,
awesome.
right?
Oh God, no, no! It's a Mexican American
Yes.
cornbread stuffing, celery,
Ooh.
onions.
I
And
want
bell pepper.
to taste it one day. It sounds
Okay,
delicious.
all right. I'll get a little
Maybe
little
you
area.
can send it to
Yes,
Okay,
okay. I'll bring it to
And
you.
I make 2 big portions porque la
Yes.
gente.
You can't really just have one portion.
No, and then the thing is, afterwards you need that sandwich with all of that
Yes. The
stuff in it.
leftovers are all wonderful.
So we also want to, besides thanking you for coming here, because I know you're so busy right now, we want to thank our wonderful sponsor, the Gomez Law Firm, for supporting our podcast.
And we also want to thank Vanessa Turney and James Vadala from Crane the Agency for producing this segment. Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us on this podcast
Thank
and
you.
all of you on future podcasts of the Buena Vista Project.
Until then.
Hasta la Buena Vista.